Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
You guys hear that?
What's the sound of Friday? What is it?
That's the sound of the start of the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome to THV 11 Plus. Thank you for joining us. Now look, we still got Friday to hang out, have a good time too. There's just a different energy when you go into a Friday at work. Doesn't even feel like a work day.
It
feels great.
Even afternoon of Thursday, like you just start feeling it.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
Anti-Monday.
Yeah, and then for us on Sundays, we got to think about going to bed a little early.
So we get ripped off half our weekend, don't we?
Man,
no, we get Friday after.
You talk about the scaries. Like 9 a.m. Sunday morning, I'm like, oh baby,
here it comes.
We gotta get ready.
Already gotta go to bed.
But Friday 9 a.m. Oh yeah, buddy.
I know. I get so excited on Fridays.
We get to start that early.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are excited, especially today, because there's a game in Fayetteville tomorrow, and I feel like a lot of people are going to be heading up there tonight or today because it's an early game tomorrow.
Can I ask you this? Don't sell ourselves short. A-State in Monroe, right across the border in Louisiana. A lot of A-State people going right down south. It's not that far of a drive.
That's right. Yeah. So the roads are going to be busy on this Friday. People driving all over to get to those football games. Plus high school football tonight too. So get ready for some great weather that Tracy will tell you about here in just a couple of minutes. But first, let me let you know what's happening with our traffic, and really not a whole lot. Fridays are my favorite day too because traffic is usually pretty light. As you can see, it's looking pretty good across central Arkansas on the live traffic map. And then you can see here on 630, we're starting to see a little bit of volume. I'm not sure if it's a little bit hazy right now or not. Tracy, how's it looking? Yeah, it looks like in central Arkansas we have a little bit of fog she was talking about. It could just be the humidity too on this camera, but it's looking pretty good. Our drive time's not looking bad either. No issues if you're coming in from Conway, Benton, or Cabot. Tracy?
Yeah, we do have a little patchy fog out there this morning. Overall in central Arkansas, not too bad, but even as I was driving in this morning, it was very light, but certainly slow down a little bit in those outlying areas. We are seeing that just down to the northwest there, and again going up to Clinton about 1.5 miles, Arkadelphia down as well. So take your time this morning if you are heading out, but look at this gorgeous start to the day. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise just happened about 2 minutes ago. So officially start the day. 64 out there right now, and we are seeing those winds around northerly 6 miles per hour. So at least it's moving around a little bit. It picked up. We've been calm for quite some time. But the good news is the weather impact is going to be fantastic. It's going to be sunny for your Friday, near average temps, and it's going to be dry and mild for the weekend and into next week as well. So we'll talk more about this very nice forecast, and we're going to get a little break for some rain and maybe dry out a little bit. But the good news is only 2 counties left on that burn ban map, and we'll see if they stick around today as well. But overall, it's going to be a great, great Friday and beautiful weekend. We'll talk more about what to expect coming up.
Developing news this morning, former FBI Director James Comey faces 2 federal charges accused of obstruction of a congressional proceeding and making a false statement tied to his 2020 Senate testimony. Comey, who denied authorizing leaks to the press, is set to be arraigned in Virginia federal court in 2 weeks. He proclaimed his innocence last night in a social media post while also calling out President Trump, who fired him back in 2017. The indictment comes just days after the president pressed Attorney General Pam Bondi to pursue cases against Comey and other rivals. Trump replaced Virginia's U.S. attorney last week with White House aide Lindsey Halligan, who did move forward with charges.
I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial. My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump.
The president called it justice in America online, while top Democrats blasted the indictment as an abuse of power. Court records show the grand jury dismissed a 3rd count of lying to Congress. Now, this comes as the Trump administration warns federal employees that they could face mass firings if the government shuts down next week. House Republicans put forward a short-term funding measure that included additional security money, but the Senate voted it down. Democrats, meanwhile, are pushing to roll back cuts to health programs like Medicaid and extend Affordable Care Act subsidies before they are set to expire at the end of the year. But with Congress now adjourned, lawmakers have no votes scheduled before that October 1st deadline, leaving a government shutdown looming.
With so little time, you may wonder what a shutdown might mean here at home. We spoke with Arkansas Representative Steve Womack, who now says he expects a shutdown will happen. He says he believes the immediate impact in Arkansas may be limited, but warns the long-term effects could be serious. And at the same time, Senator Tom Cotton is siding with Republicans who blame Democrats for tying negotiations to health care subsidies set to expire before the deadline, accusing them of trying to extend coverage for the people in the country illegally. Womack says either way, the finger pointing must end if Congress is going to strike a deal.
I'm in favor of us working out these differences now and not kicking the can down the road, punting into another month or two. Sign me up as a person that believes we ought to work out our differences and get this thing across the finish line in a bipartisan way and save America from the drama and the potential horrific consequences of a government shutdown.
The deadline is midnight Tuesday, with closures beginning on Wednesday. In other developing news, Immigration and Customs Enforcement is considering Franklin County as the site of a new detention center.
Sheriff Johnny Crocker says he wasn't told about it. He only found out when his chief deputy spotted 3 ICE agents at the jail site and asked what they were doing.
And while they were there, Governor Sanders' prison advisor, former Corrections Secretary Joe Porfiry, showed up. According to the sheriff, agents told his deputy they are considering the site because it could be built quickly.
Crocker says his office had no knowledge of this visit. Meanwhile, community members continue to push back, saying that they don't want any kind of prison built in the area.
And I think the government should be transparent to people of the state of Arkansas and vice versa, the federal government. When you come in here and sneakily buy land and try to force a prison on a county that did not want it, when there's 3 or 4 other counties that wanted a state prison put there, an 800-bed facility, there's counties that wanted that. Franklin County did not want that. We still do not want that.
A spokesperson for the governor's office confirms her administration is in talks with federal officials on ways to support border control.
Lawmakers still haven't fully funded the proposed prison, raising questions about cost and whether Franklin County is the right location. The opposition group Gravel and Grit is speaking out. Its director, Adam Watson, is urging state leaders to open the lines of communication and be more transparent with the public. And at the same time, the Chickamauga Nation Chief Justice Justin Flanagan, says he and his tribe want the opportunity to sit down face to face with state leaders and explain why their stance carries so much weight.
Now in a THV 11 update, Arkansas officials have pulled more than 6,000 illegal products from store shelves across the state, following the new law banning hemp-derived THC products that went into effect this summer. The 8th Circuit Court of Appeals has upheld the statewide ban on intoxicating substances made from industrial hemp. That means products such as Delta 8 and Delta 9 gummies and vape cartridges are now off limits. According to the Department of Finance and Administration, enforcement agents carried out the seizures during routine compliance checks after first visiting stores to warn that enforcement was about to begin. And another update this morning, the Little Rock School District Board has unanimously voted to move forward with major changes at Hall High School, which has seen a steady decline in enrollment. The decision officially brings an end to the traditional 9th through 12th grade high school model after this school year. The building's current name, Hall West High School of Innovation, will be shortened, dropping the word West from the title. Administrators say they plan to launch what they're calling a hybrid program inside that building, with more details expected to take shape at a board meeting scheduled for next month.
Right now, let's turn back to Ashley King and a check of the traffic this Friday morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. So this morning here in Central Arkansas, it's not looking bad at all. A little less volume on our roads compared to the rest of this week. It was very busy, but this morning it looks good. Maybe people taking off on this Friday, getting ready to head up to Fayetteville. Let's get a closer look at what is happening there with the weather in Fayetteville. This is on 49 right before you get into the city, and what a beautiful morning. So if you're going to be traveling up there sometime today, I know my daughter is actually probably heading up there with a friend to watch the game tomorrow morning, which is early at 11 a.m. So a lot of people are going to be heading up there. And Tracy says the weather is going to be great for a football game, right, Tracy?
It is. It's going to be amazing. We are looking at low 80s here in Central Arkansas for our highs, but in Fayetteville, they're not going to break the 70s. It's going to be fantastic for this game again at Reynolds Stadium. We are seeing that kickoff around 11, as Ashley mentioned, and those temperatures will be in the low 70s and beautiful sunshine throughout the game and only topping out in the mid to upper 70s. So again, fantastic. There is a little bit of fog out there as we are talking through the morning. We're seeing it mainly in the valleys and those low-lying areas and a lot of those places that received a ton of rain. So again, just take your time, and not everyone is being impacted this morning, but overall, it's a nice start to this Friday, to the weekend. 64 in Central Arkansas, still some 50s, 59 in Russellville and in Arkadelphia as well. Batesville, Clinton, all seeing those 50s, and those afternoons are going to remain above average, but not too bad. We're going to keep those mid 80s, but that dew point's going to be really low, which means humidity is going to be low, and it is going to feel fantastic. We'll talk more about this beautiful forecast coming up.